All right, welcome to another Tony Too Tough video. This is going to go along the same lines as it was with the other videos I did about being in a city. There's an EMP, you got to get home. I actually work in a city, I live in a county away in the country, right? So I've got a long hike ahead of me. If there's an EMP and there is no 911 coming to get me. There are no trains, there's no planes, there's no automobiles. I got my 2 feet. Hopefully those are still working. And if they are, I'm getting home. So this is what I pack in my in the trunk of the car, right? That plus a pair of shoes, right? So now, I also come stock with some stuff because I'm at the office. I have a bag up there with me. I take my lunch and I have like a backpack full of stuff. In there, I have an EDC of things that I always carry up to the office with me. Okay, so I'll go into that in just a minute. But I want to touch on the things that are on the outside of the bag. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. You know what these items are. I don't have to tell you what they're for, but here's the deal. On the outside of the bag, I've got um, some nicotine pouches, my dad's dog tags, can of sardines right here, a lighter, and some coffee, instant coffee, and a little bit of black Gorilla tape that I keep in there, right? Now, I keep the lighter on a leash so I don't lose it, right? And that's pretty much so the extent of that outside bag. On this side, I kept it pretty simple. I got a headlamp, and more importantly, I have the instructions and directions on how to get home, right? This is how I get home. If I got to walk home, I went while I still had juice in my phone. I looked up the walking directions, how to get home. It's 36 miles. It's 17 hours, 23 minutes. It is quite a walk home. So the deal is, it's different than your driving directions. And if I had to go by the highway, I'm adding so many extra miles that I don't need to. I want to walk home in the most expedient way to get home. So that's all we're doing here. This bag is not to rebuild civilization. I don't need to pack seeds and things like that. Let's just get home. By the way, the outside of the bag, I'm almost done. I've got over here part of my shelter kit. I've got a foldable hat, right? I've got a frog togs, right? That'll keep me dry, my rain gear. And then I got a 24-ounce single wall stainless steel. I can boil in this if I need to. So that acts as my container. Now let's get into the bulk of the bag itself. Remember, I'm just trying to get home, right? And I'm going to have to spend an inconvenient night in the woods. Pretty good chance of that. I don't know if the MP, what time it's going to be. I could be late in the evening. It could be early in the morning. Either way, 17 hours, I might be spending the night in the woods. So first thing I need, I got to have my navigation kit. In here is a Sunto MC2. I'm not going to break it out. Sunto MC2, couple of waypoint flags, write in a rain notebook, things that I need for navigation. Right, that's it. Okay. Next in line, because again, I'll be spending a night in the woods potentially. Um, I've got a Baco Laplander, right, for a folding saw. Got a couple of hanks of some number 36 bank line. This is Florida. This is absolutely liquid gold. I have a Baco Scandinavian grind knife with a sheath. I've got a 65-foot paracord ridgeline pre-tied with some bowlines and some prusik knots for a ridgeline. Inside the bag is a life straw, and I'm not going to pull it out because it's methodically packed. But there's a spare change of clothes, which you don't even need to see. I've got 2 bottles of Zephyr Hills water, and then I've got an actual bag for starting fire, right? Like my fire making kit. So that's all that lives inside there. In the back over here, I love this bag, by the way. Thank you, Chris and Brooke, for getting it for me. I have got my emergency survival blanket. I believe it's 5x7. I lived in this when I spent the night in it, I should say, when I was over at the Dave Canterbury class doing a survival training up there. And that was what was part of the required equipment. So I love it. I modified it. I did another video on it another time, but that's what's all living inside this bag. And what I wanted to show you outside of that, this is the Grail. Grail is absolutely coming with me. The only modification is I put this on there so that when I'm walking, right? I have it. I just have it. I can just hold on to it. It's just there. I love this. So, anyways, again, I got my number on there. I got my name on there because if I lose it, I want somebody to return it. This is absolutely a must. I've done videos on this before. If not, I'll do another one. This is part of my EDC bag from work, which I'm going to have, and I'll put it in here, which is basically a charging brick, an outlet thing, and then all three of the different types of cables that there are now until we finally get our crap together and make just one and be happy with that. Now, I may just cherry pick through some of these items here, but I have some cell locks because I carry a pew pew. I've also got an extra magazine, but I'm also going to carry something to stop some bleeding. And I've got a multi-tool, some contact lens drops in there, just some personal care stuff. Oh, and I got a ferrocerium rod, right? So listen, I think I'm pretty much so covered. I got a lot of redundancy on the fire stuff, but that's just how it goes with me. Redundancy is good, because one is none, two is none. But again, remember, we are not rebuilding civilization. You are trying to get home. You are trying to get back to your place. You're not, you may have maybe one night of inconvenient camping that you're going to spend, right? Just one night. I have to break it out and show you. So my nav kit, just a small little flashlight. I've got 2 flags in here, right? I got 2 flags that I use, and I've modified with some black Gorilla Tape, and I've made these loops on there, if you can see that, right? So this just basically, these are my waypoint flags, and I've done a video on that too. So, but I did want to show you, I've got some tape for marking the trail and a little pencil in there. I've got got a reflective mirror. I got a Write in the Rain book, and I've got my Sunto MC2 compass and a pen that writes in the rain inside all of here. So this is it. That's what lives in that little tiny bag. I couldn't resist. I had to show you just how I rolled, I guess. All right, I couldn't help myself. But that's the bulk of it, guys. That is the deal. So got to get home. That is the key. Well, again, you need to maybe spend one night at best in the woods, and that's up to you. That's your decision. You might just want to walk it straight, dude. It's 17 and a half hours. You're going to have some rest time at some point in time, right? But you're going to want to get home. So just remember, that's the goal with this bag. Just gonna get home. That's it. Be a cold beer and some pizza for you waiting when you get there, I hope. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm Tony Too Tough. I appreciate you keeping an eye on this video. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Leave it. And for Pete's sake, for the love of God, leave a comment. Oh my goodness. Come on. It can't be that hard. So go out in the woods. Get your dirt on. Go on now. Now get.